Hey guys, welcome back to Blue Dragon RPG Review. I'm John. I really wanted to share something really awesome with you because this kind of stuff just rarely happens. So let me give you some background information. So a couple years ago, I thought I had completely lost all my D&D minis and I had no clue what happened to them. And this was a collection that I had been building for quite some time, since the mini line came out in the early 2000s, whenever those came out for like 3rd edition and stuff. And I had quite a few, I didn't have like the most of anyone ever, but I had a collection I was proud of, and I completely lost them. I had no clue what happened to them. I was kind of devastated. So, and I had kind of written it off, like, I'm never going to get these minis back. I have no clue where they are. But something awesome happened, and I was talking to my friend, and he said that he found in his attic a box of random stuff that he has no clue where it came from. And they happened to be my minis. So he brought me this box, and it had not just my minis, but a lot of stuff in it. So I thought it'd be cool to kind of take a look on camera and just see what all was in there. And I'm really excited to look through all this stuff. So I thought, that'd make an interesting video, because how often does someone get reunited with part of their collection that they thought had been lost forever? So that was kind of cool. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at that. So here is the tote that my friend had in his attic. So all of this is mine. I thought it was gone forever, so I can't wait to look through it. There's even books in here that I thought were just, missing from my collection. So yeah, let's get into this. All right, so let's see the first. I'll just pull these out one at a time. So I had all these separated. These are some of the, not all of these are D&D minis, but most of them are. So, yeah, so this is the undead bag. I kind of separated all my minis into different sections and stuff. This is my undead bag. There's also, I forget what board game these are from, but these are like, ghouls or ghosts or something. And then I have some zombies too, so I bought those. If you guys know what board game this is from, remind me, because I honestly forget. This is one of my favorites. I got a couple of these shadows. They kind of had like a clear bottom. Yeah, the D&D minis, since I wasn't really painting figures at the time and stuff, and I mean, these definitely serve their purpose. Pretty cool. So I guess these are undead. These must be all my hobgoblins. So hobgoblins and goblins. This one still has plastic protecting thing on it. So, goblins, hobgoblins, that was always one of my favorites. I'm so excited to get these back. You have no idea, like, I thought all of these were lost to the sands of time. These look like orcs and ogres. Here's some more from that game. So I got those, but then honestly most of these are D&D minis. There's a orc wizard, half-orc assassin. This one looks like a ogre. Yep, mountain ogre. This one looks like demons, maybe a couple demons and an angel. This one is a Arcadian Avenger, so that's pretty cool. And then this one, yep, Carnage Demon. So I don't know how well these are going to show up, but pretty much I just have bags and bags of these. These are all like animals. These are all NPCs or player characters. I see Wolfgar in here. I got Guinevere too from Forgotten Realms lore. These are all like lizard folk and Kuatoa. I've got, these are miscellaneous. I think, well, no, I got gnolls, and I think I got an imp in here and a harpy. This one looks like constructs and elementals. This is all kobolds. This one is all Underdark. So you got drow, spiders, duergar, deep gnomes, that kind of stuff. Gargoyles, and yeah, just gargoyles, I guess. Randomly, I've got 2 twig blights hanging out in this bag. Next, we got this big bag. This is all the bigger stuff. Giant eagles, big constructs, some dragons. I think I got a giant spider in here. Wraith. There's a white dragon. This one's cool. I always like the shadow dragon. So he had kind of a see-through casting, see-through plastic there. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, so these are all big figures, stone giants, and all kinds of stuff. White wolf. There's a demon. There's a troll. Alright, what's next? Now I got some of my metal figures. This one's cool because it says 1990 TSR on the bottom. I don't know if the camera can really make that out, but there we go. 1990 TSR. That's awesome. So this is a pretty sweet dragon. The paint is coming off, but I really want to strip this and repaint this because I think I can do a way better job than I did when I was younger. I miss these like pewter, big pewter figures. I had 2 things of counters in here. Oh, these are nice. These are Paizo first edition Pathfinder critical hit and critical fumble decks. So those are pretty cool. I haven't thought about these in forever. I forgot that I even bought them. Looks like they retailed for $10.99 a piece. 52 cards in each set. We'll have to do a more in-depth video on these sometime because these were pretty cool. I think these are the cards that, yep. So these are the cards that went with all of those figures. So I got all of these cards. I think some of these are, oh yeah, some of these are to the bigger figures. Purple worm. I seriously thought all of these were lost forever. So you can imagine my surprise when my friend said that he found all of this in his attic. So next we've got a few. This is funny because I rebought all of these because I thought that I had lost them. So these are like those pocket editions for the D&D Essentials line. So you got the Rules Compendium, Heroes of the Forgotten Kingdoms, and the Dungeon Master's book. I thought that these were all gone from my collection, so I actually rebought these. So now I just have 2 sets of these. My 3.5 Dungeon Master's Guide, I was very upset that this was gone. I had no idea what happened to this thing. Imagine my surprise when it was in this box. After all those years, got my Dungeon Master's Guide back. Complete Divine. And this is pretty funny. Look what was in my Complete Divine book. These are all like the different checklists for all the minis lines. I don't even know why I put these in here. It's kind of crazy that that these are just randomly in here. And you know, I don't think I ever used Complete Divine. I would just buy books for my collection, and even if, you know, because I figured I would eventually have a player that would need, you know, some extra features or something. I used to do that all the time, just buy books just in case my players wanted them to use some stuff out of them. There's my Player's Handbook 2 from 3.5. Again, this is something that I thought, you know, gone forever, but nope. Just in my friend's attic. Looks like I got Complete Mage. Also had no clue where that was, so glad to have that back. And my Eberron campaign setting. Maybe someday I'll do an Eberron campaign. Let's see. I got... Here's my D100. Here's my 30-sided die. I've got a giant 20-sided die, so got those. There's a ton of pewter figures. So that's gonna be nice. I'm gonna actually try to paint these now that I've got them back. Now this bag is awesome. I've been playing D&D for 25 years. When I created my first character, I was 9 or 10 years old. And we had this shop in town called Wizard's Tower. It's long gone out of business, but my dad took me there, and there was a guy there that painted figures. So my dad had this figure painted for me. So this was my very first D&D figure. I can't believe this was in there. I'm so glad too. I mean, how awesome is it to have your original figure back after you thought you had lost it? Definitely could use a touch-up on some spots, but it's still beautifully painted even to this day. The gold trim on his robe, his hat. I mean, the paint's coming off a little bit there, but pretty awesome. And then this was my dad. He passed away in 2007, but this was his cleric. I don't know, the base must have come off of it, because this was on a base, because he won't stand now without it. But yeah, so kind of nice to have my dad's cleric. Chainmail looked pretty awesome on this thing. So yeah, kind of neat to have that, since my dad has, you know, since passed away, and I feel like that's a cool piece in my collection. This is just another wizard that I had. This looks like more, yeah, these are more painted figures, so kind of cool. This guy's awesome. This is a beholder that I had painted by somebody at my hobby shop. So very cool beholder. Really glad that I got this guy back. All right, this box is the 3.5 players kit. So I already had these dice in my dice bag, so those I already had. But this box, the funny thing is I have all of these pamphlets and stuff, and of course I had the softcover Player's Handbook, but I never knew what happened to this box. I guess I just used it to store some stuff. So this is the 3rd edition Dungeon Master screen that you guys often see, and I use it for some of my intros. The back obviously has all kinds of 3.5 information. Wizards DM screens used to be flimsy. This is the Dungeon Master screen for 4th edition, and then this must be the advanced rulebook to the player kit. So that's cool. I mean, I'm glad to have this box back just for my shelf. And then the last thing that's in here is just literally all of my dungeon tiles in all different shapes, separated by shapes and sizes. So I bought so many dungeon tiles back in the day. So these are the small ones. There's a couple of random sized pieces. There's some bigger ones. Yep. Boy, oh boy. These are all the really big pieces. And then these came with the basic game, which of course I thought that I did not have anymore. So I bought a second basic game. So now I've got 2 sets of these tiles. But yeah, tons of dungeon tiles, man. I bought so many sets back then. This 4th edition dungeon tile box, I don't know what's in here. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So these are like the 4th edition circular pawns or whatever with, you know, monsters, and I think some of these are, yep, player characters and NPCs. Just a bunch of random monsters and stuff. So those are all pawns. And then I guess I just stored them in the dungeon tile box. Yeah, that is basically what was in my friend's attic. Awesome things in my collection that I thought were gone forever. It's good to have some of this back, especially mine and my dad's figures from when I first started playing. Well, I was just so happy that I got all this stuff back. I had to make a video, and part of your collection being that you think is lost, but you recover it. I mean, how epic is that? It doesn't happen very often, so I had to share my excitement and getting a lot of my collection back. So hope you guys enjoyed seeing my my junk. Hopefully this video wasn't too boring or long. So all right, guys, I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.